Hi, everybody. So today is Monday. That means it's time for Family Movie Night. And this week we have a very special video in a lot of ways for Family Movie Night. We are talking about the final film in the Tinkerbell series. Now I've reviewed all of the Tinkerbell movies for Family Movie Night. So there's 6 of them. Reviewed all 6. I'll put a link down if you want to watch those other reviews. You can check them out. And but also this is the final film produced by Disneytoons, and Disneytoons announced they were closing this last week or so, and so I thought it was appropriate to finally finish this series and also talk about the studio. And so we're going to talk about Tinkerbell and the Legend of the Neverbeast. It's pretty exciting. And this movie is a sweet little movie. I've really enjoyed all of the Tinkerbell movies. I think that the whole franchise does a good job of kind of creating superheroes for girls, and there are some, they're still entertaining for boys, but I really like each of the characters. I think they got a really strong voice cast with Mae Whitman, Lucy Liu, Raven-Symoné, Megan Hilty, Pamela Alden. They were all wonderful in their roles. Tinkerbell, Silver Mist, Indessa, Rosetta, Vidya. I really thought they did a good job, and they had chemistry together as characters. And they really did a good job because Tinkerbell in the original Peter Pan movie is kind of a brat. Like she's sort of pouty, and she's sort of selfish, and she's not like the greatest character in the whole world. And what they were able to do to make her a fully fledged character was really good. And I really like in the Pirate Fairy how you get to meet Captain Hook. And I really wish that they had one more of the Tinkerbell movies so that you could maybe get to meet Peter Pan. That would have been really fun. Or Wendy. My favorite of the series is the Pirate Fairy, just because I really like that Peter Pan and that pirate. I really like that Captain Hook element, but I think that Neverbeast is definitely up there. It's one of the better ones. It's really fun. It's centered on the character Fawn, voiced by Jennifer Goodwin, and she is always rescuing all of these large animals that are very dangerous. One at the beginning, she rescues a baby hawk, and she's taking care of it, and hawks like to eat fairies, so it's very scary, and Tinkerbell is very scary, and so they're kind of concerned with Fawn and her habits. Well, one day she ends up rescuing this beast that she calls Gruff, and it kind of looks like the creature from Neverending Story. This beast, he seems to have this habit of putting rocks in piles. And at first, she thinks it's maybe like he's gonna destroy something or hit something with the rocks or something like that. She's scared, but then she starts to realize there's something more to it. But then there is another fairy named Nyx, voiced by Rosario Dawson, who is scared. She does some research into this lore and finds out that there's this legend of the Neverbeast. And that every 1,000 years he will appear, he will awaken, and he will transform into an even more ferocious beast that could destroy all of Pixie Hollow. So she's really, really scared, and like the apex of all of the lore is this giant storm that will come. Goes to Queen Clarion, and voiced by Angelica Houston, and tells her about this before Fawn can get to her. Fawn understands the myth, but she thinks it's just like basically a myth. It's not like real, and tells Nyx and Fawn to work together to figure this out. And there's a series of miscommunications, different things, but they end up finding out that these towers that Gruff has been building have actually been trying to help with the storm. And because of everything, he's trying to help them protect Pixie Hollow from the lightning. And so basically, like the message is this creature that they were judging as dangerous is actually really peaceful and loving and kind. There's a great message in here for all of us that sometimes things that we think are scary and sometimes that we think some things we think are hostile even, actually, if we get to know them, are actually peaceful and loving and kind. And you look at things, even something like immigration or whatever, where people are scared by something that they don't understand. They're scared by something they see as different. But if they actually knew the people, if they actually knew the animals, the whatever, then they would realize that they were peaceful and loving and that they're really not that different. And so that's kind of the main message. It's a really sweet message. The animation is maybe the best of the Tinkerbell. It's really solid, this animation. It's one of those ones that's not as focused on Tinkerbell, although she is in it enough. But that's why I'm saying it would be nice to have one more movie that's like Tinkerbell focused, and that maybe is when she gets to meet Peter Pan. That would have been really fun, but oh well. But I think it's a really sweet little movie, really enjoyable, that teaches a nice lesson that kids will really enjoy, really like. And so that's kind of my thoughts on Tinkerbell and the Legend of the Neverbeast. And so let me know what you think about this movie, what you think about the Tinkerbell franchise. I would love to hear. And what's your favorite Disneytoons movie? Let me know. And there we go. We're done. We're done with Tinkerbell. That's so crazy. So thanks so much. And we'll talk to you later. Bye. Please subscribe to my channel.